do you feel that when people say Black Lives Matter, do you feel like the trans community is still being left out of that?
Yes, I do feel like at times we are excluded from that because, for me, I'm Black before I'm anything. Well, I'm human first, but I'm Black before I'm anything. And when I have brothers, I have cousins, I have uncles, and and myself. And I'm in fear when I see a Black man get up in the morning and go out because he may not ever come back home. I can get up and go out and not ever come back home. So with me not feeling included, I know that it is my duty to still stand up for Black lives, protests and movements because I'm Black first. Now, the thing that hurts me the most is that I gotta face white supremacy from the white man. Then I got to turn around and face hatred from my own Black, So I think what people don't understand with trans women is that it's hard and it gets more and more difficult when each year 2, 3, 4 of us are being killed in 1 year, and no one is really speaking up for us or standing up for us or protesting for us the way that they are. Because when Trayvon Martin died, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, all of these, Sandra Bland, I'm forward using my voice to talk about this stuff, but if the tables were turned, there's that question, would they do this for me? Now, Candy, I did see you the other day, you posted about it, about Ayanna Dior, and I'm glad that you did that. We need more people, we need more real allies, and Meg Thee Stallion did it, of course, we were doing what we could do on our posts, but it's imperative that we stand together united, because a fist, I say this on my morning show and my other show, a fist together serves a more powerful blow than separated. Like, this is not a fist. No. This is not a fist. We can't deliver a powerful blow being separated like that. And I don't think that sexuality, sexual orientation, and identity should separate us as Black people in the movement.
And I'd like to add something to that. I had an experience that I made a mistake, a misstep, with, using improper pronouns. Mm-hmm. And I was dragged. And what I did.
I think I did it too.
Yeah, I know. You did. But I didn't get defensive and say anything back. You know what I did? I opened up my radio show to members of the trans community. I had one drive down 12 hours, and I was so honored. And in my red state of Texas, I had a show, which I'm sure people weren't happy about that, but I didn't care. And I opened up the forum, and we had 2 hours of phone calls from people. And here's my thing. To people on both sides, if you make a mistake, please don't crucify us if we do make a mistake. Educate. And I love that people were willing to tell me the right way to do it. And guess what? Once I was corrected and shown, never make that mistake again, because now it's not a mistake. Now you're doing it on purpose. Correct. So I ask of the trans community to be patient with some of us that are ignorant, because not everybody knows, and things have changed so much in the past 5 years. The things that used to be okay to say, and I don't mean okay, but I mean kind of okay. People would just say it because everyone else was. A lot of people don't know that things have changed like they have. And once you are corrected, like I said, if you keep choosing to make that same mistake, now you're doing it on purpose. Right. So I feel like we need to have more dialogue amongst each other to know what the right and wrong thing to do is. But at the end of the day, we're still human and we're still Black. And I think we shouldn't have to say Black trans lives matter. That should all be included under the Black umbrella. And I think it's bullshit that we have to have a whole separate one, because there still are Black people who know what it feels like to be discriminated against, who knows what it feels like to be killed for something you cannot control. That should automatically be under that umbrella.
Yes. For sure. But we have so much internalized homophobia, transphobia. People fear what they don't understand. That's what a phobia is. It's not like I'm afraid of you because I don't understand it. So it's a mental illness. it's crazy, it's dumb, I don't see it. You know, if this is not something that you're experiencing, or this is not something that you can identify with or relate to, it becomes you are afraid of it. But I have to say, I like the fact that, you know, you are willing and open to be educated on things. Because even myself, like, I'm not the greatest speaker when it comes down to trans issues, because, you know, I've been ostracized a bunch of times for, you know, my past work. However, you know I can talk to you as a trans woman and talk to you from my experiences with men, especially Black men, because I'm Black, and you know that's what's killing us majority of the time are Black men. You know,
I had a friend since 1991, before it was really so public, the trans lifestyle, and I just knew my friend as my friend Tracy, and I still made those mistakes. So what I want to do, and I want to say it right now in front of everybody that's watching, when the pandemic is over, when you're in Los Angeles, I want to figure out a time where you can come into the studio and we can have a sit down, kind of a forum or just something with you in studio, because I feel like it's just not enough time in the show to really get to the issue like I like to.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I really would love to invite you to the FOXSOUL studio to have this conversation.
I'd love to come, and I'd like to bring, you know, some of my trans sisters with me that can probably articulate it even better than me. You know,
we can have the entire audience be members of the trans community, or however we want to do. We are going to do this in the future, the very near future, because I feel like
I think that's the best thing to do, because constantly over the past 10 years, I think a lot more people are being educated and learning what are the right things to say, what's not the right thing to say. And just overall, it's just, I always say, educate your friends, educate anybody that you're an associate of, when it comes to gender, when it comes to sexuality, when it comes to race. We all tend to know somebody who says the wrong thing and is not aware of what they're doing or how they're affecting people. And I feel like it's always our job as their friend or associate to pull them to the side and kind of school them on, yo, that's not what you're supposed to say, or that's not what you're supposed to do.
Correct. But Claudia said something very important. She said that she had the willingness to learn, the willingness to understand. There are some people that you try to teach them the proper way of conducting themselves, or not even trying to change your mindset, but just respecting me as a person, you know, the proper way to respect me, and they don't want to do it, you know?
Right.
And I think that's where we start the conversation at, when we all get together. It's not about me trying to change your mindset or what it is that you solely believe or how you were raised. It's about you ultimately respecting me the way that I respect you.
Exactly. And one last thing before we go, and I hate that this hour went by so fast. To my Black people that are watching, we know what it feels like to be discriminated against. We know it. And I know there's a lot of conflict in the Black community, because we've got church telling us this is bad and this is bad, and confusing the conversation, muddying the water. Let me just say this. If God thought being gay or trans was wrong, he would have never created that. We've never created them. That's ridiculous to think someone that's gay or trans is going to go to hell because it doesn't fit your interpretation of how you interpreted the Bible. Yeah. And I'm going to leave it at that until we have our forum, because it's a whole nother hour or two.